Hello everyone. I've got my switches. Well, for the part 1 of the low resistant meter. Yeah, right. Yeah, my part 2. Spoiler alert. Yeah, that's where it. Here's my display. There's my thing. 2 sets of probes at both ends on the thing. But for my part 2, I'm going to actually need a double pole, double throw. I've got that all tangled up. Shit. Yeah, so spoiler alert there. But for the part 1, I only needed a single pole, double throw to select the ranges. And I ordered these switches here. Let's just... Oh, did I mention I got a new phone? My son gave me a new phone, a Pixel 7. So I'm using Cameo Studio to do it, because the Pixel 7 has such bloody security features that, well, it's the only thing I could find that could work with it. So it's very, so Cameo, yeah, like I said, Cameo Studio works with the Pixel 7, but you've got to do some workarounds for the security for the camera. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's just move the camera down a touch. There. And it's got some... Right, so I can leave it there like that, because it's got some really... the camera on the Pixel 7... What's one of my hairs there? Get rid of that. Pixel 7 has some it's a real good camera. If I pick this up and focus in on it, you can see it better. Where are we? Can we focus at that? Yeah, there we go. Actually, I want to look at the other side, because that's got the little indentation. But basically, it's just a double pole, single pole, double throw switch. That's all it is, and it's through hole mount. I'm gonna get out of focus there. There we go. But if I can leave it there, let's just zoom in there, and what I can actually do now, I can control. It's got some really the new phone has got the wide. Well, go ultra wide, and that'll just zoom out a touch, but it's got the telephoto. So, well, where have we gone? Right, so there, so we can zoom in on it there, and I can just leave it on the bench. So yeah, that's cool. So we can see what we're doing, and I've got my calipers again for doing the measurements. Let's just hope I can keep this all in shot. Actually, what I need to do, let's see it there. No, it's telephoto. Let's just... I'm still experimenting, guys, with this camera, but can I just make that come down? No, that's as wide as it goes. Oh, I know. So if I put it there, I can move my phone to there. There we go, that's a bit better. And we're getting there. We've got the shadow of the light. How's that? And we can now see what we're actually dealing with. Yeah, this tiny little switch. So I'm going to draw that. What I'll do is I'll just let's just see if we can make that smaller. Yeah, I'll just bring this in every time I do a measurement. So if we look at it, we can see that it's made of the main body. Let's see if I can hold it with my tweezers. The main body is like just one metal sheet folded 4 times to form that shape. Well, I'm not going to do that. What we'll do is we'll start with just the this face. So let's get a pointing stick as well. So we're going to do this face the top face and the back face in one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw it like that to start with. Yeah. So what we got is that metal piece that goes around like that, and also that metal piece will also have tags that will actually fold onto the other piece there. So that's what I'm going to draw first, and then what I'll do is I'll draw these folded end pieces onto the end afterwards. So let's start with that. So let's try and remember that, although I won't be able to. So we start with a new one, new thing, and we start with create a new part, and that part needs a body inside it. And to draw that part we need a sketch. So the sketch, right, so what I want to do actually is, that's why I had that there. What I want to do is, we're going to have the top, I'm going to have the front as, let's just bring that piece back. Yeah, I'm going to have this as the front. Okay, so what I want to do is draw on this plane. So we have the front, and as I said, we need we're going to draw it like this. This will be the base, which will if I can bring that back again. So where it sits in, just pick that up. Can you see there? So this flat here will be where it sits onto the board. So I want that to be the plane. This plane here. So it's going to sit on there. But obviously it's going to curl over onto the PCB that holds the tracks. So all this is actually going to be higher. So I'll just move that up there like that, up there like that. And then I want another box in there because I want to cut all them. So yeah, so we're going to start really like that. Get comfortable. So let's start like that, and there, so you can sort of see what's going on there. This is a folded area, and this is a folded area, so they're all going to be rounded. So let's just round them corners. And this plate is going to be the same thing all the way around, so these corners are all going to have the same centre. So yeah, it's a new feature there. Right, so I'll put that there, and I use a click C on my keyboard, but see, it's this constraint that I'm using to connect the dots. And I'll try to just do them. That they've got that. So yeah. So I'll just do that. See. Now this is a new feature on these curves. When it makes curves, it gives the joint line, but I don't like them. So I just get rid of them. They are useful in some cases, but it just confuses the shit out of me, basically. Yeah, it's like that's the radius. So and these are the ones I don't. Well, I'll get to like them eventually, but for now. So in some cases I just remove them. This makes things simpler. I do things a particular way. Now, for making sure this is all rounded and everything, what I like to do is I'll just put a box on the actual radiuses, and I'll use this box to actually control things. And now actually I don't know if I need to delete that. No, it's all worked. And what I like to do is, well, normally I'd find the centre, but I'm going to just centre it with this. So I'll just use this one, not that point and that point, and have them central about the centre. And this also, we're going to have to get rid of one of those constraints there, because I want to do the same here with this. And right, I need to do some measurements now. Now the curve, right, so let's just start with some measurements, and let's get that back up again. There. So what I need actually is, let's get the tweezers and a pointing thing. Actually, we've got a better pointing thing than that. Yeah, got one of these, my little bit of wire. So what I need is let's just get that in focus. Now I've lifted it. There we go, that looks good. So I've got these curves. Actually, they aren't horizontal either, they're just sort of like bent down at an angle then. So what I'll need to do, what I'll need to do is set them at an angle. What I need is, let's just move that around a bit. I mean, you may think, why don't I take the time to do all these drawings, but there is a reason. So what I'm going to, oops, let go of that, right. So what I need is, well, I need to know the thickness of that. Well, what I'll do is, what I will do is I'll just draw this a little different, a bit simpler. I will make the bend on that, although that's what it should be. So what I'll do is I'll just measure overall from there, and then I'll cut that out later. So we'll just measure from that side of the PCB to the top, and we'll also measure the width from one side to the other. So the width is straightforward. Let's make sure that's zeroed. It's straightforward, just there's the width. And we've got, I'd say it was supposed to be 4.5, wasn't you? So, oops. Alright, this is going to go real tits up this, because I've got it too big. What I need to do is make it a bit smaller first. Let's try 4.5 anyway. See what happens. Alright, it's done it. That's okay. So I know that wants to be a lot shorter down there, and I know that that needs to be a lot thinner. Oh, I'll tell you what, so it stops pissing about. Let's just get the thickness of this metal first. And to get that, we can measure that, because one of those tangs, well, I can just measure across one of this here tab, and that'll give me my thickness. Let's hold it with my hand. So we're going there. Did I get on camera? Yeah, so there, just measuring straight across there. So I'd say it was 0.4 mil thick, that. So let's just go with that. Yeah, let's make that 0.4, and that'll stop it resizing everything. There we go. That's made everything sort of stick together, and then what I can do is I can now move that down. Oops. Sort of. Right. What I want to do is I want to make that radius, I want to constrain that radius so it doesn't keep upsetting it. We want it as tight as we can. We know this is 0.4. Let's make that 0.1, so this radius here will be 0.5. There, that looks okay, doesn't it? Now it shouldn't sort of mess things up when I'm trying to move things, so hopefully. Yeah, there we go. So we can also shorten that now as well. So that's more like the scale of things. So I need this height. Well, at this, we're going to change this. We're going to get rid of that and that. Oops. Get rid of that, that, and that. And what we're going to do is we're going to make them parallel. So that's the parallel lines. Make them parallel. So they're parallel. And then what we'll do is, we also need to change them, because we want them square. That's how it actually is, so we'll just make them square to each other like that. There we go. And this is wrong now because we're not measuring that. It's at an angle there. Let's just put that measurement over there. So let's put it there, 0.4. There we go. So when we actually move these down now like that, because that's what they're going to look like, what I'll do is I will measure to this point here. This is where it's going to actually hold that PCB. So from here to here is what I want to measure. So let's do that, which is pause, I've just dropped it on the floor. There we go, and got it back. Trying to escape. Right, I'm just trying to hold it so that you can actually see what I'm measuring. So what I want to do is measure from the top to the underside of that PCB, which is there. So you can see that I'm just measuring from that top point to the underside, which is where those little tags curl in. So yep. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm showing you. I'm not taking a note of the reading. Right, let me just do that again. Right, so that from there to there is, so it's 4 mil. Right, okay. Now I've made a note. 4 mil. So from there to there is 4. There, that's more like it. And these tags, let's just measure one of them tags as well. So I got that in shot there, so you can actually see. Let's just get that focused. There we go. So what I'm going to do is just a rough measurement here. I'm just going to try and get the caliper on the end and just bring it in to where I think it is. So yeah, it's about 1 mil, that, isn't it? Let's call it 1 mil. So yeah, this bit doesn't need to be that accurate, it's just the overall thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this bit here 1 mil rather than well, yeah, that'll do. 1 mil there, I'll do. There, that's more like it. And I'm quite happy with how that looks, just bent like that. What angle is that at? So let's just pick 2 lines so that the angle is going to be where I want it to be. 40 degrees, let's call it 40. There we go, that sets that. So now I just need the height from the top here down to where it sits inside the PCB. So let's go and measure that, which is quite straightforward. Are we in shot? Yep. So it basically we're just measuring from there to there. Let's put it at an angle so it grabs it. And have I got that in shot? Right. Think about that. I've got my glasses, wrong glasses on, and I can't read the screen. Let's go right across the lot. So then I can hold it with the calipers. There, you can see now where I'm holding it, can't you? Where it sits onto the thing. We've got 4.7. Well, I'm going to leave it at 4.7 because I think it's 4.5 to the ins. No, it won't be, will it? 4.7 it is though. Let's just check my 0. Yeah, 0. 4.7 it is then. I would have thought it'd be a half or something, but never mind. Oh right, so that's 4.7, so they're going to have to be bent in a bit further to sit on the top of the PCB, is that right? Let's just check that. Let's check a measurement from the top to the underside of one of them bent tabs. And 4.7, yeah, it's the same. So basically I reckon whatever folds them will only come down as far as the thing. So what, instead of having the 40 degrees there, what we'll do is we'll put that like that on that line, and then that is going to fit on the PCB, isn't it? And we'll use that one there. There we go. So that looks like our profile for our bent piece of plate. So close that. So now it's actually time to save the job. So we'll go and save it, because I haven't saved it yet. And components, electrical. I think I've got switches. And what we need is new folder. And it's a slide. Single pole, double throw, and it's roughly about, well, let's just do an overall 9 by where are we? Yeah, 4.5 by Well, 4.5, 8.7. That'll do. Yeah, call it that. Copy that. Do that. Go in that folder and give it that name. That'll do, mate. Save. So we're saved, up to date now. Right, so what I need to do is work out the length of that. Now, the length, what I am going to do is make it the length of that plate there, and can you see where I'm going? Not to the overall length, I'm going to make it that length. The other bit I'm going to draw in afterwards, so we'll make it that 7.7. Or maybe 7.8. We'll call it 7.8, and that way we've got an even number. So we've got that, we select that, and then we go with that, and then we go 7.8. And we want it symmetrical to plane, so it's with our center goes through the center. So okay with that. So now I want another well, I could do, what I could do is, I think I will actually, let's do that notch. Can you see that notch in there? Well, that is there's an easy way and there's a hard way, and I'm going to do it the easy way. I'm going to actually draw the indent at the bottom of that notch. Can you? Let's see. I'm going to cut some corners here. So you see that where it's indent. Well, we could do, in fact, well, nobody says anything anyway, so what I'm going to, if you ever want me to draw something like that so it's exactly as you see it there with an indent, I can do that, but I'm not. I'm going to cut corners here. So what I'm going to do is actually cut the notch out first, and I'm just going to put that bent piece in the middle there. So what we need to do is to cut that notch, and I reckon that notch is just bigger than the thickness. So, oh, we haven't done the top notch either. Let's do the top one here first. That's easy. Yeah, let's do that top one. Well, actually I could do both the notches in one. I could do this notch and that notch in one. So yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to measure the width of that notch. Being old and blind, I've got to keep swapping glasses around to see what I'm actually doing. Right, so that's the inside. It's 2 point. Well, I reckon it says 2.4, but I reckon it could be 2.5. What's the width of that actual switch? The switch is 2. Yeah, so I reckon the hole's 2.4. And let's see if I can hold it in the middle. Okay. No, I can do that. And I reckon, I don't know if you can see that, I've just got it, 4. Right, so we're going to 4. And the switch, yeah, switch, we'll make the switch 2, 2, and we'll make this hole for 2x4. Right, so, well, I think the actual switch itself is thinner than 2, so we'll make the hole to fit a 4x4. So we're going to do another plan here, and we're going to do a, let's actually look on the thing. I reckon if we central that, that'll central it in both directions. This wants to be just wider than 2, so we'll make it 2.4. No, it's too big, is it? Let's go 2.2. And it's going to be 4.2 other direction. Now then, so that's top. Is that the front? Yeah, it is. Yeah, and I want to draw the notch. So what I want to do is actually, I want to cut another little notch in there. Where are we? Here. Like that. I want that to be central, so let's just get rid of that constraint and put the centralized constraint in there. Symmetric is what they call it. So from center this could be anything, because I'm just cutting out into mid-air. So let's just give that 2 for the moment. And I need to do a measurement. So I need to do the measurement. So, let's just try and see if I can hold it with my tweezers again. Let's focus there, and what I want to do is the length. Can you see that hole at the top there? I want to see if I can measure that. Oh, give me a moment, guys. I need to really look into this. See what I'm doing. Oh no. There we go. What's that measure? 2.2. Right, we'll go with that. Oh, and how far in is it from the edge? So if I measure from the outside edge to there, oops, I'm off shot. 4. Right. One moment, my tea's gone cold, I'm just going to sup that. There we go. Oh, right, so if that's 4 to there, from there to there, then that's going to bring it out to here, so let's make that 5. There we go. And then that one will be 4. There we go. And this was 2, wasn't it? 2. Let's make that 2. Okay, right. So because I'm doing them both in the same on the same thing, which is down there, what I need to do is to measure where this notch on here is ends, so I can lift that up. Does that look right? Doesn't look right, does it? No, it doesn't. Have I done that right? Let's just go back a step. That's 4.5 from there to. Oh, I was measuring the wrong thing, wasn't I? Hey, Jesus, I'm an idiot. Right. So, what is the overall width? Well, let's just have a look. Let's just put a temporary dimension in there. And it's actually... no, what am I doing here? Hold on, just Oof. What does it bloody measure? Right. Okay. What is the width? Yep, done something totally wrong. Messed it all up. Right, so I've got that. There, 4.5 is overall. So what am I putting a dimension on there for? So that's not there. That should go there and there. Put that back. 4.5, there we go. That's more like it. Close. So 4.5 is the width. So the actual width is well, that one there. Minus 4.5 divided by 2. That should make it more. Yeah. Nope. Right. Delete that. What am I doing? I'm a friggin' idiot. Right. Let's go from the center this time. If I click the right thing. Right, there we go. What did I say? 4, didn't I? Did I say 4? I think I did. Minus the half the width, which is 4.5 divided by 2. There, try that. Let's try that. That looks better. Let's have a look and see what it actually looks like. Is it actually cutting through it? Yes, it is. Right. Okay. Yeah, get there. This is it. If it doesn't look right, go and check. Right. So, yeah. So it's going to stop so far down. So what I'm just going to do is just take a measurement from the top there in focus, and I'm going to go down to about there. Just move it up. Whoa. I just want to get a rough idea, because I'm cheating here. I'm not going to draw it like that. I'm just going to go about there, 3 mil down. Yeah, that'll do. It'll do me. Move that. Yeah. So what is the height? It's 4.7 minus 3 is 1.7. So let's just move that up, go from the attached point. You see, we've got placement and we've got attached offset. So this is actually attached to a plane, so we need to go into the attached offset. And what did I say? Jesus. 4.7 minus 1. So it's 1.7, isn't it? Right, that's our my memory. So let's just try 1.7 in here. That looks right. And so what we'll do is we will just cut through everything, through all. See, it's going down. Wow. So let's reverse that, and there we go. So what we've got is we've got that cutout for the switch in the top, and we've got the cutout for that bit in the middle. Now we want to draw that bit in the middle. So what I'm going to do is, because I've already drawn this cut, I'm going to borrow that cut. I'm going to use that sketch and copy it. So let's just copy that. I don't want the plane, because we want it to go to the plane we already have. Okay, and paste that back in and put it into this body. And what we have now is a copy of what we did for that pocket. But what I'm going to do is just use these lines as a reference. So when we open it up, what I'm just going to do is just make them all construction lines. and then I can just I've now got reference to where they all are, and so what we can draw now is that curved bit, which is going to be a centre line like that, and on the same centre line I'm going to have another one like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw some straight lines in there for now, because it makes it easier. So what I'll do is I'll just draw a line in from there to there, and there to there. Same on this side. There to there. There to there. Like that. And then what we can use is this, what do I call that? Create a fillet. Oh well, I want to call it a fillet. But yeah, there you go. Like that. And I notice I haven't got that vertical. Let's just make that vertical. Now we know that this here is going to go to there, which is our what I say, 4.5 divided by 2. 4.5 divided by 2, which is that line there. Now then, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chop that there, because what I want is to put a solid line in there. So I'll chop that, and I'll chop it here, and what we'll do is we'll put a line in, and a line in. This makes it now one solid piece. So what we've got, right, that there can now be made into a complete on the dots. That's on the dots. That wants to be on the dots, and so on. So we'll make make them to the same length. So we'll make them equal, and we know what that length is. That's the thickness. Yeah, I was just going to say some of them. Normally I would use the spreadsheet to determine thicknesses and stuff, and I'd set them down, and I would use references to the spreadsheet. But in this case, I'm just going to put them in the actual model. So we know this is, what was it, 0.4 mil thick material, and we want this radius on the other same radius, so that them two radius wants to be together. So let's join them, and we want these two radiuses to be together, so let's join them, and we can get rid of one of the oh shit, it was selecting everything, wasn't it? Let's just go undo that then. So why didn't it like that? Oh, I see. Right, so what I'm going to do is going to use, I'm just going to centralize them two there, or make them symmetrical as it says there. This one wants to go down onto that one there. So what I'm going to do also is add a construction line from there to here, and instead of going point to point, because it creates a conflict, what I'll do is I'll just make it so this point just goes in line with this line here, and it will end up on the same place. So what we'll do is go like that instead, and that makes that symmetrical. And I just need to find out how deep this dimple is really, and these are going to be pretty much near the edge anyways. well, we've got 2 mil. I'll make this 1.8. Yeah, 1.8 sounds good. 1.8. And why isn't that? Oh, I see. What's happening there? Oh, this one isn't constrained. There we go. Add the constraint there. So these ends are matched. So all I need to know is what this radius it wants to be. Well, I'll make that the same radius as what we did on the curve, which was 0.5, wasn't it? So let's just do that. 0.5. It's the same sort of bend, and that pretty much sets what this is. So this is where the little the little ball bearing clicks over. So I really want a sort of depth of that there, don't I? So what I can actually do is measure. Can you see that? It's just measure across from the dimple to one side, and that'll give me a dimension. So if that sits in, right, can you see that? I've just sat it inside that dimple. So from one side it is like, let's just check, see if I can get any smaller. Well, let's say 4.1, or even 4. Just trying to get that to sit inside there. It's also a bit thick as the calipers. So I'm saying that's about 4 mil there from one side to the other. So it's going in, what, half a mil? Yeah. So it's going in that there, from there to there is about half a mil. Well, from there to there is about half a mil. So let's just see if we can make that happen. What I'll do is I'll just put a straight line there, connect that to that, like that. I'll put this in the center, like that, so it lines up with the center. Oh, what I could do actually is just go there. So now that's on the center, and then what I'll do is I'll make that point line up with that. There, like that. So if I make this 0.5 mil long, that 0.5, that's our dimple there. So that looks about right. So what have I not got constrained here? What is that? Well, let's just see if I can oh, there it is. There we go. Look, that's not constrained. There we go. That's got everything now. It's all green. Green for go. Oh, this doesn't have to be that far out, does it? Let's go 3. There we go. So now I can draw that in. Let's go close that. And so because I copied the previous cut at that level, we've got this at that level. Now we've got a dimple going in. I can just draw that. And like I say, I've cheated. I'm not doing this rounded bit at the bottom here. I just can't be arsed, guys. So what we'll do is we'll just make that smaller. That looks good, doesn't it? Well, actually, we'll just bring it up to here. So let's try 0.1. Alright, I think about 0.5 then. Let's go 0.5. Yeah, that looks about right, doesn't it? With that, and that looks pretty much like what we've got, doesn't it? I think it'll do. like I say, I could put a bit more. I could drop this down. I could put something in there, and okay, go on. You've taught me into it. Okay, what I'll do is I'll just attach something to that. Let's just go with let's see, what best way to do this. Yeah, let's just put a plane in there like that. Okay, so that plane's in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, no, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put yeah, put a binder in there, that there. Actually, three. Has that done that right, that? I think we're on there. What I can just do is put a block in there like that. I don't even have to line it all up. But what I can do is I can put that in there and I can just go like that. Just go 1 mil or 2 mil. Oh no, 0.4. There. I just put a little block in there, and what that has done is it's blocked this hole up here. I'm going to remove all this. I just wanted to show you, and we don't need to see that. So what? Oh God, my eyes have gone to the back of my head now. Hang on, let's just get it right. Yeah. God, my eyes went round. 3D. Right. So we can see this line here. What we can just do is put a fillet on there. 0.1. Try. Nope. It's calling me a liar. 0.01. Okay, let's just select. Let's make sure it's seeing everything. It might not like it because of that there. What we can do is I'll just select everything where I want this to go, and even on that line there as well. Let's try that. Whoa, we didn't like it. No, I'm not going to do it. Anyway, oh my God, my eyes have gone tits up again. Let's just try. No, don't like it. I've got too many lines in there. What I could do is I could make a new part. Let's just try, see what that does. Let's make a new part. Put that into a body. Let's just go like that. Put that into a new body. And then what I could do is just hide that for a minute. I just wanted to show you. Oh, hang about. No, wrong one. There we go. Oh, it hasn't. Hang about. Let's get rid of that then. Bring that back. Get rid of that. Let's go with that and make. Oh, there we go. There. So it's trimmed all the parts out. Let's see if it'll do it now. Oh, hang about. Let's create that into a part. That's a body. And let's do that. 1 mil's too big, you see, so I'm going 0.1. There we go. So yeah, it's not calling me a liar now. So let's go. Let's 0.3. There. let's try 0.35. Oh, we might be able to do 4. Let's try 4. Oh yeah, let's go for 5. No, 5 won't do it. So 4.5. Nope. 0.41. Yep. But you see what I'm getting at there, look. So what I can do is let's try 2. Yep. Let's try 4. 5 didn't do it. Oh, it's 5 should go in there, shouldn't it? 5. No, it doesn't. It doesn't like that. That's too far. I pushed the envelope. There we go. So yeah, I just want to show you that we can do a thing. We can round it and then we can make it look like, well, where are we? So I put that there, and if I wanted to, I could leave it like this, but I'm not going to because I just don't like it. What we could do is put that dimple there, so it looks like it's just being crushed in. But you can see what we've done there, look, and what I've done here. I can do that, but yeah, nah, I don't like it. I could leave it, but I'm not going to. So let's get rid of that. Get rid of that, and back to this. I just leave it like that. I'm quite happy with that, guys. Yeah, I'm only. It's only going in on a PCB. So we've done that cut and that cut. Now we need to do the folded edges down the sides. So what we need to do is we need a section through there. So what we'll do is we'll create another plane in that direction. And what we need to do is we need a piece down here and a piece. Oh, actually, before I do that, actually, no. Tell you what, I'm jumping ahead there. Let's just get rid of that. What we need to do is we need to do these cuts on this plane here, because these are actually cut. Now there's 2 ways around of doing it, but they've actually cut it just before the bend. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and put a cut down that edge there. Oh shit, no, close that. I don't want that. Right, I want one down that plane there. So what we're going to actually do is go up to this line here, and I'm going to cut the tabs out. Let's just look through the actual thing, and let's just get that cut. So you can see where they're actually curling under, and they're curling from that point there. So that's what the point I'm going to keep everything at. So let's just line everything up at the top there. Put some lines in so we can make them symmetrical. What I'll do is I'll go with that there. So we can have it symmetrical on that line. And then we'll make these 2 lines horizontal. Now then, oh yeah, right, let's just leave that out, and we'll make them 2 the same. We'll make them 2 the same. Equals. There we go. And we'll make this a little bit wider than what it is, so we can make that whatever it happens to be. Like so. Let's call it 8. Because with these we're cutting stuff out, so I can make it a bit wider. If it's a bit wider, and we're cutting stuff out, we're not cutting nothing, so it's just going to be nothing. So we want that level with that. Let's see what dimension we've got there. 0.7, I reckon that's right. So we'll go with that. These can all be, let's just put some horizontal lines in. Just keeps all these the same. and these just need to be just below them, so we can give that a dimension of our own free choosing. What we've got, 1 mil. Yeah, 1 mil will do. So what we need to actually measure is the width of the tabs and the gap between the tabs. So if we go like, where is it? Let's try to hide. So right, so I want to measure the width of that tab. Can I do it using the camera? Right, so that's the width of the tab. Have I got that right? Hang on, let me get my glasses. I reckon that's it. What is that? 0.8. Yeah, we'll go for 0.8. And the gap between the two tabs, I mean, I got this on camera. Yeah, I hope so. I tried to view it on the camera, but there's no depth perception on the camera. So, right, I reckon that's about. I've moved about there. I think that's about right. What's that? 5.2. 5.2 and 0.8, if I remember. 5.2. Oh, that's up there. Let's remember the 0.8. So that is 0.8, and that is a 5. Oops, I didn't click. 5.2. 5.2. There we go. So if we just cut all that out now, cut. There we go, and we'll go through everything, and we'll make it symmetrical, so it does it on both sides. So now you can see that we've got our tabs there. If I wanted to be really obnoxious, we could put radius in there, because edge around, but I'm going to leave it like that. But what I can do is we can add on here, on all of them. Oh, let's just go okay with that. On there we can put little radiuses in there, go like 0.1 tab. So I reckon what, 1, maybe 2. Yeah, maybe, oh, it's 0.8, wasn't it? So that's 0.4. So 0.39. There we go. So that will then put a rounded tab on, which is what it looks like. But what I like to do is I like to put any radiuses and chamfers on at the last minute, at the end. So I'll do them at the end. Now what we can do is we can fit these bent edges on the outsides. So let's do that. Let's put another view. Well, actually it's the same view, so I don't know why I did that twice, but anyways. So what we're going to do is we're going to put one down there like that. It goes through the PCB, and it's going to be radius. So what we'll do is I'll just make that like that, and that like that, temporarily, because it's easy to put fillets in this way. So this is going to be a fillet, this is going to be a fillet, and we're going to have a fillet in there, and one in there. Let's actually look at what we're looking at, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove them too. I'm going to remove these dots. I don't like them at the moment. I'll get used to them one day, but not for now. And what we'll do is we'll join these with that, and we'll join this with that. Actually, I could have left them two lines in and made them construction lines. Actually, I might do that. No, I'm not. Yes, I will. But anyways, what we need is a line up there. We need a line up there. Join them together. Yeah, let's put some construction lines in. I just feel like doing it. Yeah, why not? Why not? Just for the fun of it. And what I'll do is, actually what I'll have to do then, oh no, maybe not, let's just put them central. Symmetrical, shall I say, and then we can actually just, this is going to go there like that, so from there, well, the length of that is going to be whatever length we made that, which was what, 7.9? Oh no, it was, hang on, what was it? Pad 7.8, is that right there? That is up fit, yeah, 7.8. Right, so back to this. 7.8. And yeah, we'll make these the same as we did before, which was 0.5. And we'll make the thickness as we did before. I'll put it there because that's not going to change, and that's 0.4. They want to be like so, like so. Let's just get rid of that and make that the same as well. I think that's because I've done that. Let's try and get rid of that. Nope. What is it not liking? Oh, is it that one there? Oh, it's that one there. Let's get rid of that then. Yeah. Yeah. So, so we need the height of these, which will be, let's put a construction line across there, which will be the overall measurement. So let's do that. So that's from the end of this pointer to here. Let's see if I can do this using the camera. Whoops. There we go. So we're going from there. Oh, and it looks like a pointy bit, that as well. I must remember that. So we've got here 7.2, 7.3 actually. 7.3, let's make that 7.3. So from top of there down to there is 7.3. And what was the thing? Right, so let's just close that a minute. Yeah. And that goes to the top of there, like that, which will be 4.7. Yeah, that looks right. So what we can do is we can add them in now. So we need to know what width they are. So if we look at this, we can see that, let's get them in focus, that is, well, whatever this measures. To make things simple, I'm going to make it what I think it should be. I'm just trying to do it using the camera. No depth perception. No depth perception. Yeah, so that, trying to do it by feel. So, well, I reckon it's, well, it's about 4 anyway. But what I'm going to do is if we look at this sketch, what that we made here, I'm actually going to make them this length here, which is I'm going to make them that length. That way that the folds all end up correct, which is that 3.5 millimeters. That's what I'm going to make it. Cheat! I'm cheating. So let's go with that and go with that, and then 3.5 and make them symmetrical. There. So that's how they go. It just makes this corner simpler, otherwise I'll end up with a stupid thing there. If I want, I can actually put okay, that. If I want, I could actually put a radius in there to make it look something like 0.1. Although then it says that, but then it doesn't like to do it. Does it like to do an R1? No, it does it bollocks. Forget it. But I hope you know what I mean. Anyway, so we've done that. So now what we want to do is now we want to cut and put that spiky bit on. So this actually sits in the board at the level it does. So let's go with a view through that plane, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut a piece out, and let's just bring it like that. We're actually going to cut a piece out like that, and this piece actually is going to go, let's start with cutting them off. Make that horizontal. Put them about that symmetrical. And we'll make them equal. And we'll make that, say, whatever it is. 4.5, and we'll make that whatever it is. 3 will do, I think. And then we've got this bit, which is going to go, well, like this, I reckon. I think this is what it looked like. And that there will be on there, and then let's put a construction from here across to here-ish. Yeah, let's just make that horizontal, make that line up with that, and I think that is actually, yeah, so that will want to be the same height as that. Just put a dimension there. What did I say, 2.6? And let's put a little bit of radius in there as well. It doesn't have sharp corners. Yeah, and what sort of size? That looks about the right sort of diameter. Let's get these dots. Have I got that? Come on, did I click on something? There we go. I reckon will be something like 0.1. And it's quite tall. Yeah. Let's put an angle in there, shall we? Let's make that guesswork. 60 degrees. It sounds cool, there's 60 degrees. And I need to know the width of that pin there, so let's just go and take a look at that as well. So that pin, we just measure straight across there. Like that. 1 mil. 1 millimeter. Yeah, so from there to there is 1 mil. There, that looks cool, doesn't it? Right, so close that, and we'll just cut all that out. Go through the whole lot, and symmetrical. And okay, I reckon that looks pretty much like it, doesn't it? Yeah. That looks like, let's just, oh, right, yeah, so I've got no more to do with that, so I'll put my radiuses on. Let's put these on. Let's put all them on as well. Oh, I left that block in there. I didn't really need that. Never mind. Leave it. Radius. What did I say? 0.8. So, what was it? 0.8. So I reckon after that's for 3.99. 0.39. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's good enough for me. So yeah, that looks okay. Yeah, I think. We'll find out. Can I get rid of that block? Where's that block? It's not there. Oh right, yeah, I put that on there, didn't I? And then I put that on there, and that has that there. So if I just move that to the end, move objects to after another object, I want it to fill it. So go like that, okay, yes. Then I can quite happily delete that. And I can delete that and delete that. There we go. We've got 58 errors, delete them. Yeah, so yeah, that's more like what I want. So we've done that. That's our metal bit. Whoops. We've done our metal bit. So I'll just, let's call this frame. I'll call this frame. Just put an underscore at the end, just so we can have two names the same. There is some settings to allow you to put two names the same, but it just starts to confuse things because it actually uses a ID then, and that's, well, it just complicates things. So we're not doing any more with that, and what we want the appearance to look like, we want it to look like a, we want to look like a chrome piece, so we'll click that and close. So that there should sort of look like chrome and sparkle, he says. Anyways, that's done. So we need the little slider now. So we need this little slider bit there that's on the end. Well, that's going to be quite easy, that. So we've done the frame, so what we need to do is we need to do another part, because it's a separate part, and that needs a body. And we need to start off with a sketch. And what I'll do is I'll just start off with a bottom sketch like that, and we'll start off with the base. So let's look at that point. So I reckon something like that. We'll have it central, like that. Yeah, symmetrical. And I reckon the switch is like 4 mil long, so let's just make that about 4.2, just to keep it inside the case. And the switch itself will be just a little less than the width of the thing, which was, we'll look at that there, 3.5, so it's going to slide in 3.5. I reckon 3.4. Let's go for 3.4. There we go. And close that. And we need some thickness on that, so let's give it just 1 mil for now. It'll do. And I want that to sit just underneath there, so what I'm going to do is actually, let's just name these. Switch. And let's just look like that. Let's look through the whole thing, go wireframe, and what I'll do is I'll just move that up to where it should be. I reckon that's the curve, so we want to be on that line there, so let's do the rest by actual. It's going to be 0.1, no, so I reckon about 0.3. Yep, it's 0.3. So let's just check this. So it slides at least 2 mil, so I reckon if we put it to one end, so what we got here, 0.5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it looks like I might have a bit too long. Okay. Now, how can this be? Have I got this frigging wrong? Because we can't see inside. Let me just check we've got the length right. I might have done some drastically wrong here. So, yeah. Our overall length is 8.7. I have a feeling I've not quite made it long enough. 8.7, that's definitely 8.7. Let's just have a look. Pads, with that one there, I think, wasn't it? Let's go delete that. We know we're actually measuring that dimension, so we'll use that. Oh, 8.8. Sort of right, isn't it? Yeah. Go on. I'm gonna. Is it? No. This is a crucial dimension. Because this is how the holes are going to fit inside the PCB. So this dimension definitely needs to be correct. So we are, I think. So from there to there, I've got 8.7. So that has to be right, that, because we will be making holes in the PCB, so this is one good check to check that I've got the holes in the PCB correct, so that needs to be 8.7. So 8.7. There we go. So that should slide. The slider. The slider is... Sorry about that. Just blowing the crap off the front. The slider is... There we go. It's 1.9. It's 2 mil, and then it moves. We can move it. Oh, actually, we can actually see. We can actually see the end of this thing. I thought that we weren't leaving a hole there, but we are, aren't we? So yeah. So the base is actually smaller than. All right, that makes sense now. I was thinking that we couldn't see through it. So I reckon what we've got. It's only 6 mil long, I reckon. Yeah. So we can go back to that. Okay. So close that. Open this, and I reckon this is on his. What? Oh. Yeah, it'll be 6 mil from that. Let me just put no. Alright, 2. It's 4 mil. Or less than 4 mil. .8. I reckon that's what it is. And I've moved it to... No, I've moved it too far. This moves 2 mil there, so in centre it's only 1 mil, so it's only moved off 1 mil. Ah, right, here we go. Right. Yeah. That's as far as it moves to the middle. And I reckon this is 4.5. Nope. Not nice. Try 6 then. Yeah, just short of 6. Yeah, that's what I reckon it is. So it'll be 5.8. There, that's it. That's what I reckon. Yeah, and you can just see that little gap that we saw there. That's right. Because that's as far as it can move inside there. And now what we can do is we can just add another plan, and we can add our square switch on top there, which goes like that. Central, they're both the same, and it's 2 mil. Yeah, there we go. There's our switch. And so, what is the height of our switch? Well, it's from here. I've made that. What did I make that? I made that 1 mil. So we want to add. Will that fit in there? Like that. Will that go inside there? Right. Right, what I need to do is actually put this so you can actually see it, and pick it up, put that in there, set in focus. It actually just fits just fits inside. So and then bring that down to there, which is 3.5. Right, 3.5. So make that 3.5. There. Let's have a look at what it all looks like. So currently it looks like that. So that's our switch inside there. But actually, if we look at the top of our switch, we can see it's actually got some grips on it. I don't know if you can see that. Get it. What have we got? Get it in focus. 1, 2, 3. So there's 2 dips out of it. Yeah, it's rounded. Let's make the top look right as well. I've got another cup of tea. I'm just going to take a sip. Yeah, I had some biscuits with it as well. Yeah, so we want to put some little dimples on top, make it look right. So we'll do another plane, and we can go through that. We'll look at it. And to do this, we will put a radius here. We also want one here. And we want one here. I also want one going the other way, but the easiest way to do that is to join them like so, and use this that way. They're all together, and what I want them to be symmetrical. So let's make them symmetrical to each other. And what I'm going to do is make all these curves the same size. So let's put a radius on there. Did I miss that last one? What is it? 0.3. Right, so this is 2 mil, and I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's have 2 divided by 5. So what went wrong there? Oh, no, I was putting a radius in, wasn't it? It was 2 divided by 10. Yeah, so that is going to be 0.2. Yeah, that's more like it. And then what I can do is I can bring them all in line then. So what I'll do is I'll just put a construction line in here. I don't want it to be horizontal. Well, it will be horizontal, but I just want to stick them together for now, and I want to put that on there. There we go. Where's all my dimensions gone? Get on there. There we go. Right, let's just get a box. what I find is, what I could do is I could put that point on there, but then you end up with a sharp point, and it does tends to mess with the calculations for cutting it out. So what I do is I'll put a flat on as well. So let's just cut that edge there and cut that edge. Get rid of that one. Get rid of them constraints. And let's just join them together. That wants to be a horizontal constraint, and I want it in line with that point. So this, let's just join that, and that is actually it's already constrained. So yeah, no, it isn't. There it is now. Right, so why are these the same? Oh, right, that one there also wants to be on there, so that wants to go like that. Right. So these should all be I wonder if it's maybe I need to leave that last one off. No, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with just that radius there. Right, 0.2. Right, so that wants to be the same. That might have sorted that one out. Yeah, and then that wants to be the same. Hang on. Oh, it looks like I need to do that one. Right, so 0.2. That should have done it, yeah. So if we go down to there, and 3.3. I reckon that's right. Yep. Make them equal. And we'll just make that sort of that size. And go like that. 0.5. And we'll make this one, what's that, 2.5. There we go. That looks good. So we'll close that then, and then we'll just cut it, go through everything and make it symmetrical. And bingo. We now have a switch thing. We just need to oh, hang on, I didn't put the underscore. Yep, I like things to be named equally, and then what we'll do is appearance. Now is it shiny plastic or a bit of plastic? So I'll just go with plastic, I think. And we'll leave it the black. It's a bit dark, that, isn't it, really? You can't see our things. So what I tend to do when things are black is not actually make them black. So what we can do is we just go in here and the emissive colour, and I'll just tone it down by about 100. No, make it 50. So let's see what that looks like. Okay. Yeah. That looks alright, does that? Now you can see it now, even though it's supposed to be black in real life, but on a drawing we want some shade and shadow. So that's our switch done. So now we want to look at making our, and I think I've done this wrong. I think I should have put a straight piece down. This this wants the thickness of the PCB knocking off it. So yeah, I think we may have to go back and do some dimensions there. Right, I'm just going to have another supper tea. Yeah, yeah, I think I should have allowed for PCB. So I reckon the PCB is about 0.8mm thick. So I'm going to go with that anyway. So let's go back to our bit of metal. And we need to find out where we cut the yeah, it looks like it's that one. So this wants to go up another 0.8, so hang on, no, that wants to stay right, hang on. Yeah, that wants to stay below that. Let's just go like that instead. Let's go make that 0.3 and let's add another point, 0.1, so not plus 0.8. There we go, so we're up to 1.5 now, so I reckon that there now, that looks more like what it should look like. God knows what this lot wants. Just delete everything. Yes, so now we can put our PCB in there. So let's do our PCB. Oh yeah, already is still okay. Sometimes when you do a modification like that, it may renumber all the sides and edges, and so you may have to do the edges again. But it looks like it's fine. Yeah, there we go. So let's that's the switch. I'm not going to do the contacts, can't be asked. So let's start with another part and give it another body, and we'll start with a sketch, and we'll just put this on down, and we'll look on that sketch. And I reckon the sketch, let's just roughly drawing it, it's going to be like that. Now it's going to have 4 notches for the tabs, and I would like to make this middle one here into attach it to a box. If we attach that to a box, we can then make the box symmetrical, and that make everything else symmetrical, and we'll make all these the same length. Let's just do some cutting. So I want to cut that, I want to cut that, and that. I did that the wrong way. It gave me one of them shitty things. So let's just, because I did it in the wrong order. Yeah, let's make them all construction lines. Let's stick them together. Right, them two are not constrained. Get them somewhere close. That one isn't. Oops. That one and that one. Yeah, so we've got a rough idea. So what we'll do now is I'll just close that and move it where we want it. So this is actually going to go inside here. So let's just move it up a bit. I think it wants to go what was it, 0.7 up to here. This is where it fits. So if we just go placement, and if I, well, hang on, no, it's what we're attached to. So I'll just go placement and just go 0.3. No, I've just got 3 mil there. 0.3. Alright, I reckon 7 then. 7, yes. So 0.7. So then when we actually look at this thing, I can actually see these tabs then as well. So there we go. We can now see the tabs, and then we can see where we're actually going to go to. So the width will be sort of the same width as the thing. So what I'll do is I'll just make that center about it. Get rid of that constraint and put another different one in. Let's put the symmetrical constraint in there, and then we can actually make it what was it, 4.5? I can't remember. What was it? 4.5, and our length is going to be inside these tabs, so if we bring that down, in fact actually, oh yeah, because I've made them symmetrical, it worked. There we go. So let's see, what was that? 7.9. Yeah, sounds right. That looks good. So that should be alright. I need to make that equal to that. That should central it. Yep, so that's there set. And what did I make the width of this? So that wants to be, is that what I made it, 5.2? Oh, I think it was, it might be 5.25, but in theory there should be a bit of a gap there anyway, so let's see what 5 looks like. 5, oh, too big. 5.1. Yeah, that'll look right. And then we want the other one to match, so that wants to be sort of like that. So let's just make that whatever that comes to, 0.9. Yeah, that looks okay. So that's done everything apart from the width there. This one here will be sort of this minus the thickness of the metal. So the metal is 0.4, so it's going to be, well, I could put 0.4 in here, that'd make it easier really. Yeah, 0.4. But to make it fit easy, the manufacturers will probably make it a little bit more, so we go 0.45, make it a little bit wider and it'll look better. And I reckon this is 0.8, so let's make that 0.8. And there we go, that we can see that that is actually sitting in place and a bit is overlapping there. So really this curve here, that really wants moving up down to there to make it look more realistic, doesn't it? So I'm just going to go back to that. You can see where that position is there. So what dimension have I used there? Oh, I've come from the top. So what I'll do is I'll forget coming from the top, and I will move that so it's about there, like that, and that'll look like the real world. So what have we got there? 0.7. Yeah, so if we now go back and look at our thing, you can see that it's bending. If we move this over, it looks more realistic. Yeah, cool. Right, so what we have now is we have some pins. So we could put the holes in for the pins here, or I could just draw the pin. Yeah. What shall we do? Oh, let's just make that. Name that. It's not really a PCB. What I should really put in there is fiberglass, but PCB is a lot easier to spell. Keeps the word short as well. Yeah, so if we have a look at our where's my play? We have a look at our switch. We've got 3 pins. Let's see, 3 pins. We can see the sort of shape they are. The reason that shape is the way they're actually fitted. Don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you're interested. Let's just try and focus. What I'll do is I'll draw it, and it may look even better. What they do is they stick the pins from the other end because they're actually wider on the other side of that fiberglass. Well, I don't think it's a fiberglass actually. It could be Formica. But anyways, what they do is they stick it through, and then they like spread two legs out either on this side and that side, and that stops it from going back in. And then when you actually solder it into the PCB, these legs get attached by solder, which then also keeps them on this side, keeps them pulled down as well. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll draw these and show you what they look like first. What I'll do is we'll do the pins first. I'll just do one and we'll just copy them. So I just need to measure what the length of this leg is, and I'll just guesswork the rest here, but I know what it should look like. So yeah, so we just need the length, width and thickness. So our width is 0.3. Our width, sorry, our thickness is 0.3 and our width is 0.5, and our length is 3. Well, I'm going to call it 3. No, 3.3. Okay, let's see if I can remember that. 3.3, 0.5. Yeah. Well, let's start with 3.3 and 0.5. Let's just close that for a moment. Start with a new part, and what I'm going to do is use that. Look at the center. What did I say? It's 0.5 wide. I'm going to forget. I know it. I'm just going to forget. Yeah. Let's just make that construction. Put that on there. And what did it look like? Yeah, bring that up. Were they flat or rounded? They're rounded, aren't they? Let's go with rounded. Let's just get rid of. Let's tell you what. Let's just put one on there. Get rid of that. Let's just go like that. Go like that. Yeah, this is 0.5. Radius. Yeah, this is the thing about these. Sometimes maybe they should put it as an option, I think. Right, so I made it 0.5 thing, and what did I say the depth I wanted to be? The length. 3.3 was it? Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna go with that. Let's make it horizontal. Yeah. So from there to there is 3.3. Looks about right. Right, yeah. So what I was saying up here is when it pops through, there's actually a tool that comes down and it spreads some legs out either side. So what you tend to have at the end up here is something that looks like this. It's used as a rounded end as well, like so. What I'll do is I'll round the ends on there. Let's just round the ends. No, wrong one. That's that I was after. Yeah, round the ends, and that's what I was looking for. Get rid of them too, and let's just make that. Let's just fix these to some random thing, not 1.2. No, let's just make them rounded ends bigger. I wonder if I need, no I don't. What have I got here? Oh, they're micros, so 50. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what they do. Normally they'll be straight and they come through a straight hole, and then there'll be something in here that actually bends them out. In fact, actually this is probably rounded here, so this is probably looks more like this. So let's just go with that as well. And let's make that and that the same. Maybe I didn't like that one. There we go. So, and what I'll do is I'll just, let's get rid of that. And that. Put that on there. And make that equal. Now, this is what I don't like about the most things. Yeah, and let's just give that a depth as well. Oh, actually, let's go from here. No, let's put my box on first. So this is what would be inside is be something wider than the hole, and what that would do is it would attach like that. Let's just get that and that and that. It would attach like that. Let's get that constrained. Make that equal. And let's make that something. It'll be less than the movement, 1.5. It moves 2, so 1.5 looks good. Let's go 1.6. So it would be pushed through a hole this size, so from there to there that would be pushed down this way through a hole. Then a tool would come and bend them two legs out like that, so it can't go back out through the thing. In fact, I've drawn that wrong. Let me just delete that, delete that. There we go. Yeah, so that is on there, and same with that one, I think. Yeah. In fact, actually, what I'll do is I'll centralize that. I'll make it symmetrical. Yeah. And let's just put a construction line through there to line them two up, and this is actually, so this will be, I don't know, 1 millimeter. It might be less. What we got there? Let's go 0.5. Not point. No, let's go 0.6. because I know that this is 0.8. Is that what I said? 0.7. 0.7. So that gets pushed through there. So originally this line here, this line is straight. Then a tool comes in down here and it pushes like two V things, and it spreads them two legs out like that, and then it can't come back out again, and it sandwiches it inside between the two, between the PCB and plastic. So that's what it tends to look like. So let's get something made get some constraints. Alright, I want one there, I think. Yeah, but constraint there. Has this got constraints? Yeah, that's got constraints. So is that. So do I need a height there? Yes, I do. Oh, and I need to make that same as that. Yeah, let's just make that about that. What is that? 0.2. Like so. And I want to give this an actual dimension, but oh yes, I can. Yeah, so that'll be something like that. Yeah, 1 mil. No. 1.2. That's more like it. Well, let's go with 1.1. I reckon that'd be more like it, really. So I now know I need to put 1.1 mil hole in for this to go through, really. So yeah, that's what I reckon what one of the things are. Now, what thickness did I call it? I'll just measure this. You can see on the digits what it is. 0.3 mil thick, isn't it? So let's make that 0.3 and make it symmetrical. Okay, so that's what a pin is looking like. Oh, except I want to move it up by 0.7. So if we go to this spot position, 0.7 there. So that's what they really look like. You see, they're pushed in from the other side, and then there's these little bits to spread out, and that's what holds that in place. I need 3 of these in total. So what I'm going to do with this, let's just call that pin. Call that pin with an underscore. So that's it finished. And let's what shall we? Let's make it gold. Yeah, let's put some expense on it. So bronze. Do I have a gold? Oh yes, there's a gold. Yeah. So we'll go with that. So that's okay. So, oops. Damn! I've lost it. There we go. Press the wrong button. Oh, why ain't it clicking on there? Come on, click. Choose that. Right. There we go. Yeah, so there's our gold pin just been put in there, but I want 3. So we need to measure the distance apart. So let's just measure our distance apart. Actually, I should have made. Should have clicked on there. I want the focus here. So, a quick way of using calipers to measure the distance apart. Right. So let's see if I can get this on camera for you. So what we do is, if I measure the thickness of one of these pins, or the width, shall I say, there. So we've got the width, and it's what, 0.5. But we'll leave it like that, and then what you do is you press 0. So if we 0 that, what it does, it reads 0 now. So what we're going to do is when we actually put it across 2 pins like this, it's actually compensating for the width of the pins, and we're actually measuring at the centres between the centres of the 2 pins, and we can see there that it's the 2 mil centres. I don't know if you got that, but what we're doing is really what we want to do is measure from this side to this side, but we're measuring from the outer side, so I need to remove this width which we measured first by measuring 0. We zeroed it out on there, so in effect what I'm doing is I'm measuring now from this side to that side, because I'm removing the width automatically by zeroing it on the width, and so we can see that there are 2 mil centres between the 2 pins. I hope I explained that and made some sense. So anyways, but always remember to re-zero your calipers once you've done that. Right, so get that out of the way, and right, so we know the 2 millimeters apart. So what I'm going to do is we've done that now, so I'll just deactivate them too. I want to come back to PCB, but what I want to do is I just want to move that. These are all going to go in assembly. Let's just create an assembly first. So switch assembly. Yeah. So I'm going to put these in. So we've got the frame that wants to go in there, and we've got the actual switch. We could have called it knob, and then we've got the PCB that wants to go in there as well. But I don't want to put the pin in, because what I want to do is I want to create 3 pins. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that invisible. We're not going to use this one. What I'm going to do is make a copy of that one. So what I've done, hang on, cancel, wrong one. What I'm going to do is make a copy of that one, and I've copied it down here, and what I want to do is I want to make 3. So if we just say we want 3 of them 3 elements, that's now made 3. So if we open that up, we can see the 3 elements. Now what I want to do is make them all the same as same position as what this pin was in here. So if I select that, we can see that this has got a position of 0.7. It might have had different others as well, but I want to make these 3 the same. So if we hold Control down, and so that we select that one first and this one, and then if I just move this one, move this and back again, so it's still 0.7, it makes all these exactly the same place and put it there. Then what I want to do with this one, I want to move it in the Y direction. So what we do is we go in the Y direction, and we set the 2 mil centres. So if I put 2 in there, and this one I want to go the other way, so I'll go -2, and there we go. And now I've got 3 pins, and they actually want to go into the switch assembly. So there you go. And you can, if I put my hand over it, you can see. Let's just put a view on the right, and then you can see that's how they sit inside there. I've done something wrong there. I've done the wrong measurement. It should have been 0.8. Deary, 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 deary. Right, let's go in there. Let's just modify this. So this is the master, and that should be 0.8. There we go. And you can see, because these are copies, that they've all altered to suit. And you can see that the tabs that are coming up through the PCB, which the actual slide will actually slide across and connect the 2 together, 2 at once, or the 2 others. Anyways, so and you can see better where the things that have been spread about, so they can't come back through the PCB. Let's put those holes in that PCB. So we go back to our PCB. This is the one that we're actually working on. And what I want to do is, well, actually what I can actually do is do it on this sketch here. So if I go to this sketch, we can actually see the parts that have come through. If we tilt it slightly, you can see that that's where the hole wants to end. That's the width of the hole. So let's do that. So if we go back to there, and we've got one hole here, one hole here, and one hole here. Let's get them all lined up and put some construction lines in there so they all line up with each other. There we go. Put vertical constraint in. Let's get the middle one symmetrical. So we'll put a symmetrical constraint in. And we know the width of this, what was it? 0.3 was it? I don't know. It might have been 0.3. Yep, it was. And our actual hole, well, I know what our actual hole is. It's sort of that there. What is it? What does that come out at? 1.1. Yeah, I think that's what I made it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the hole. Well, actually, this because we're spread out, it wants to be exactly 1.1. But actually, this one here, just so you can't fit a fit inside a fit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little fraction of a bit bigger. In real life, that's what it would be like. There'd be a tolerance fit. So all these are going to be exactly the same length. So we'll make them all equal. And the gap between each one is going to be the same length. So we'll make all them equal. And what we have, a gap between the two, the centres, is actually 2 mil. So what we can do is call that 2 mil. And there we go, that's the holes. So if we now look at our PCB, it should have the actual holes in there. I'll turn these off. There's the holes. And now I've finished the PCB, let's make it something what it looks like. Well, basically I go for obsidian. For the, I don't know, obsidian is like a glass. It's a volcanic glass is obsidian. If you ever wanted to know what obsidian is, it's what they used to make arrowheads out of everything. It's like a really glass. You can cut, you can smash it like glass. But you get some really sharp edges. It's very similar to how they made flint bow arrows. But if you go to a volcano that melts stone to liquid and then it cools down, you've got obsidian. It's like, when I say stone, it's like sandstone. So if you will melted, it's like a volcano melting sand to make glass. Basically, is obsidian. Anyways, there we go. There's a bit of trivia. Right, and so what was I doing? Oh yeah, let's choose a colour for it, and it was more of a yellowy colour. So we could go for, well, it was pretty orangey, wasn't it? No, pink, no, pretty orangey. Let's go for that one. Let's make it a bit darker. There. Okay, close. And so that should be that. Why is it making me a damn right liar? Right, so our PCB. Yeah, sometimes it. Hang about. I might need to just press that. There we go. Right, I forgot about that. There's a little bug you've got to activate the colour. It looks. That doesn't look like this, does it? Where's me play? Where is it? Does that colour look like that colour? Oh, it's not. Oh well, actually, it's not far off, is it? It just looks a bit. Let's try and get focus on that. Yeah, It'll pass, won't it, I reckon? Yeah, of course it will. Right, okie doke. Yeah, well, that's what we're going for. So there we go. We've now drawn the switch. Yeah, that looks like the switch, doesn't it? That can now be put into KiCAD and used as a object in a footprint. To do that, what I'm going to do, I don't know if I did it this way last time, so what I'm going to do, well, let's just see if I can actually, oh no, right, now I've copied these I've copied, right, so what we might find is it may not draw the thing correctly. Let's just find out if it does. This is, I mean, it's all to do with translation, you know, of an object. You translate it in on a plane in one direction and another direction and another direction, and then there's a rotation and all that crap. Well, it's getting them all the sums to add together, and I'm rambling, sorry. So let's just try, select the frame, the switch. Oh, I remember right, last time I did every part individual. Well, this time I don't want to do every part individual. What I actually want to do is just make one solid piece. So I am going to actually merge all these together. But I'm not going to actually merge these. What I'm going to do is create single-bodied parts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this button up here, which is create simple copies. So I'm going to make a simple copy of all them, like so. So we've got all the simple copy. Now we can see that we've only got one pin. We've got the PCB, we've got the switch, whatever. So I want to make 2 more pins, so I want to copy that. Well, I'll just press Ctrl C on my computer and press Ctrl V, Ctrl V. There we go. Yeah, paste there. So we've got 3 pins. So what I need to do is these parts are all in a certain position. The frame's going to be in the correct place. The switch is not in the correct place, so I want to make that switch the same place as what this switch is. So if I select that switch and then I hold Control and select this switch, I can then go to placement, and if I just alter one, well, this is 0, so let's just make it +1 and back to 0 again. And what it's done is made both switches, so there's the original, and it's made my switch in the correct place as well. Now the PCB there and this PCB, oh, are they in the right same place? Yeah, they're in the right place. I must have drawn them in the same place. So they're okay, but the pins are not in the right place. So what we need to do is to let me just rename that, because it's a copy. I need to unscore that one as well. Right, so what that one does, that one has 3 pins in there, so that's in a position. So I want to make this in a position, so I just hold Control and select that, and I just do a quick alter of one of these and back again, and then I do the other one and do a quick alter and back again, and I hold that one and and I do a quick alter back again. So now that's what that's done, is placed all these in the correct positions. So this assembly, what I can do is I can turn off the assembly, and we can see that now we've got the copies, all the copies together. And so what I'm going to do with those is I'm going to merge them. So I use this combine button up here, or they call it union. So I'll press that button, and what that has done is that's made one complete fusion there of the whole thing. So that is like just one drawing now. It's just one thing. Let's have a look. This is where colours go. Right. It's gone tits up with the colour again. So what I just want to do is, because it's a fusion, we can select appearance per face now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the colour of that PCB. So I'm going to select that face, I'm going to try and select all the faces I can see. Yeah, I've selected that one. Because I want the colour to look right as well. So although even when we do the translation for the KiCAD model, we can actually use predefined colours, so this would probably normally get sorted out there as well. Can we see the top there? Yeah, I can. So I'll select that. I think I selected the top all around, hasn't it? And do this side then. So I'll go there, there. Zoom in on that. Zoom in on that. Turn that way. Go there. Zoom in on that. And that. And we've got the underneath. Oh, there's that bit at the back. There. There. And what we can do is go down here. Is it there? Oh, right, so let's just make that obsidian. No, I did that friggin'. Oh, I'm going to leave that. That's going to be a separate colour anyway. No, sorry, no, I'm going to do it. Yeah, going to do it. It's pissing me off though. Right. Don't know why it'd be nice if it didn't deselect until I wanted it to deselect, and then it would have been better. Right, so what have we missed here? Nothing, I don't think. Alright, have I got that? Select. Right. Oh, I know it was. It was the one at the back, wasn't it? That one there. Did we get that last time? That one. That one. One at the back. Did I get that on these ones? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and then we got the top side. There we go. Right, what is it there? I think, it's this here, that's what threw me. Right, so let's pick a emissive colour. And I think we went with that, didn't we? Oh no, I went a bit darker, didn't I? There. Oh, that'll do. Okay. Close. That better have worked. Doubt it. Oh, is it bollocks? It's staying. I don't know what's going wrong with these colours. These colours, it takes a bit of getting used to. Well, I haven't fathered them out yet. Anyways, got most of it right. So before we make a thing, what I'll do is I'll change the name of this to something similar to that. So what I'll do is I'll just call it. In KiCAD, a switch is a switch, SW. So we'll go with SW, and then I'll just put slide. And then we'll put the single pole double throw, and I'll go 4.5. Right, so I'll actually go 4.5 by 8.7, and give it that name there. I'm not sure whether we can use. I'll tell you what, I'll just make them underscore again like we did before as well. Yeah, it'll make sense anyway. I can't remember whether decimal places are okay. there we go. Renamed it. So the reason I renamed it is so when we do convert it to a KiCAD, it uses the same name basically. So we've got a whitish colour. I reckon that's the silver. So let's find the metal silver. Go for that. That's the. Does that look like the darker black for that? Let's go with the black then. That I'm looking for black body. There we go. Never find it. And then we've got the pins. I reckon that's it. So let's go with the gold. Metal, gold, silver, aluminium, metal, grey. Oh, gold pins. Let's go with that. Yeah, okay. Now then, is that the same? Oh, it doesn't look like this colour, does it? Let's go with the gold pins again. Oh, I've got another black. So it's guesswork, isn't it? So is this now this piece down here, or was the other thing the other piece here? I have no idea. So let's just go with it's a glass blue gold. No, yeah. Glass orange. Yeah, this orangey colour. We'll find out anyway. I've got it the wrong way around, haven't I? Look. Okay, right. So, So the first one was the last one was the pin. Right. So let's just try again. And I don't think we'll use glass. So what I'm going to do is select that. Go with that. Go yes. Okay. Okay. So that was the metal silver. Okay. That was the black body. No, that's there is the well, let's go for a body, but let's go for brown body, shall we? Yeah, brown body. Oh no, that's too dark. Is there another? Yellow body, pink, orange body. They go for the orange body. Yeah, okay. And then we've got gold pins, and then we've got the glass orange. No, what we've got here is a black body, and go for that. Okay. Yes. Okay, let's just copy that. Okay. Yeah, that looks more like it, doesn't it? Yeah. So, yeah, that's the thing done, and I can paste them into my KiCAD. Well, how long has it been going for now? We're over 2.5 hours. Well, guys, if you've been with me this long, I hope you found out where the fast forward button is. Can I say where the fast forward button is? I'll just save that like that, and then let me just get my the file explorer. So this is the two what we've made. So if we just want to look at them, I can just go for a new thing, and what I can do is I can just drag them into there, go OK with that, and then we can see. I'll just make one invisible. So this is our the one that if you ever export something from KiCAD, it uses this model. Which is the step STEP file, and then the other one is the W something or other, which is the model that it uses inside the actual KiCAD drawings. So that's what that actually looks like. This will actually be used in a PCB sketch drawing model. So they look alright, yes. So yeah, I will copy them files into my thing. So we just go copy them, and then we go to my circuits, my libraries, and mine. So my 3D packages, and I'll just paste them in there. So now they're in there as well. So I can use that in my KiCAD. I'm not going to go to my KiCAD. Like I say, we've got 2.5 hours. Yeah, like I say, if you made it this far, guys, thanks for watching. And obviously, if you've sort of like hit that fast forward button through parts just to see each bit that you're interested in knowing how I've drawn it, yeah, good on you. Because I tell you, unless you just want to watch something to make you fall asleep, this would have been ideal. I'll catch you with the next one, guys. Catch you later.